Zork II. The Wizard of Frobozz. Copyright 1983 Infocom. All rights reserved. Played by Conga Line Monkey. Inside the barrow. You are inside an ancient barrow hidden deep within a dark forest. The barrow opens into a narrow tunnel at its southern end. You can see a faint glow at the far end. A strangely familiar brass lantern is lying on the ground. A sword of elvish workmanship is on the ground.
Take lamp and sword.
Taken.
Go south.
Narrow tunnel. You are standing at the southern end of a narrow tunnel where it opens into a wide cavern. The cavern is dimly illuminated by phosphorescent mosses clinging to its high ceiling. A deep ravine winds through the cavern, with a small stream at the bottom. The walls of the ravine are steep and crumbly. A footbridge crosses the ravine to the south.
Go south.
Footbridge. You are standing on a crude but sturdy wooden footbridge crossing a deep ravine. The path runs north and south from here.
Go south.
Great Cavern. This is the center of the Great Cavern, carved out of the limestone. Stalactites and stalagmites of many sizes are everywhere. The room glows with dim light provided by phosphorescent moss, and weird shadows move all around you. A narrow path winds southwest among the stalagmites, and another leads northeast.
Go southwest.
Shallow ford. You are at the southern edge of a great cavern. To the south across a shallow ford is a dark tunnel which looks like it was once enlarged and smoothed. To the north a narrow path winds among stalagmites. Dim light illuminates the cavern.
Go south.
You have moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue.
Go southeast.
North end of garden. This is the northern end of a formal garden. Hedges hide the cavern walls, and if you don't look up, the illusion is of a cloudy day outside. The light comes from a large growth of glowing mosses on the roof of the cave. A break in the hedge is almost overgrown to the north. A carefully manicured path leads south. In the center of a rose bed is a small open structure, painted white. It appears to be a gazebo.
Enter gazebo.
Gazebo. This is a gazebo in the midst of a formal garden. It is cool and restful here. A tea table adorns the center of the gazebo. Sitting on the table is a matchbook, a china teapot, a placemat, a newspaper, a letter opener.
Take teapot.
Taken.
Exit gazebo.
North end of garden. There is a large, white animal partly hidden behind some trees. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly.
Look at animal.
The unicorn shies away as you approach for a closer look, but you do notice a tiny gold key hanging from a red satin ribbon looped around the animal's neck. The unicorn bounds lightly away. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Go north.
You have moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue.
Go northeast.
Shallow ford.
Fill teapot with water.
The teapot is now full of water.
Turn on lamp.
The lamp is now on.
Go south.
Dark tunnel. This is a dark tunnel with dim light to the northeast. The tunnel is smooth but dusty and filled with twigs and leaves. Debris which becomes deeper as the tunnel branches into a wide corridor leading southwest and a narrower one leading southeast.
Go southwest.
Path near stream. The path follows the south edge of a deep ravine and heads northeast. A tunnel heads southwest, narrowing to a rather tight crawl. A faint whirring sound can be heard in that direction. On the east is a ruined archway choked with vegetation.
Go southwest.
Carousel room. You are in a large circular room whose high ceiling is lost in gloom. 8 identical passages leave the room. A loud whirring sound comes from all around, and you feel sort of disoriented in here.
Go southeast.
You are not sure which direction is which. This room is very disorienting. Cobwebby corridor. A winding corridor is filled with cobwebs. Some are broken and the dust on the floor is disturbed. The trend of the twists and turns is northeast to southwest. On the north side of one twist, high up, is a narrow crack. There is a coil of black braided string here.
Go down.
Guarded room. This room is cobwebby and musty, but tracks in the dust show that it has seen visitors recently. At the south end of the room is a stained and battered, but very strong looking, door. To the north, a corridor exits. Embedded in the door is a nasty looking lizard head, with sharp teeth and beady eyes. The eyes move to watch you approach.
Go north.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go northeast.
Carousel room.
Go southeast.
You are not sure which direction is which. This room is very disorienting. Cool room. The room is cool and damp. The air is misty. A twisty path from the southeast splits here toward a wide northerly stone bridge, and a narrow westerly tunnel. It is from the latter that the mist and chill seem to originate.
Go southeast.
Carousel room.
Go southeast.
You are not sure which direction is which. This room is very disorienting. Riddle room. This is a room which is bare on all sides. There is an exit down in the northwest corner of the room. To the east is a great closed door made of stone. Above the stone, the following words are written. No man shall pass this door without solving this riddle. What is tall as a house, round as a cup, and all the king's horses can't draw it up?
Answer, well.
There is a deafening clap of thunder and the stone door quietly swings open to reveal a passageway beyond.
Go east.
Pearl room. This is a former broom closet. The exits are to the east and west. There is a pearl necklace here with hundreds of large pearls.
Take necklace.
Taken.
Go east.
Circular room. This is a damp circular room, whose walls are made of brick and mortar. The roof of this room is not visible, but there appear to be some etchings on the walls. There is a passageway to the west. There is a wooden bucket here, 3 feet in diameter and 3 feet high.
Enter bucket.
You are now in the wooden bucket.
Pour water into well.
The quantity of water is now sitting at the bottom of the well. A wizard appears, floating nonchalantly in the air beside you. He grins sideways at you. The wizard draws forth his wand and waves it in your direction. It begins to glow with a faint blue glow. The wizard seems about to say something, but thinks better of it, and peers at you from under his bushy eyebrows.
Look at wizard.
There is nothing special to be seen. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly.
Talk to wizard.
The wizard seems surprised, much as you might be if a dog talked.
Take water.
There is now a puddle in the bottom of the wooden bucket. The bucket rises and comes to a stop. Top of well, in the wooden bucket. You are at the top of the well. Well done. There are etchings on the side of the well. There is a small crack across the floor at the entrance to a room on the east, but it can be crossed easily. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Stand.
You are on your own feet again.
Go east.
Tea room. This is a small room containing a large oblong table, no doubt set for afternoon tea. It is clear from the objects on the table that the users were indeed mad. In the eastern corner of the room is a small hole, no more than 4 inches high. There are passageways leading away to the west and the northwest. Sitting on the large oblong table is a cake frosted with green letters. A cake frosted with red letters. A cake frosted with orange letters. A cake frosted with blue letters.
Take all cakes.
Taken.
Eat green cake.
Suddenly, the room appears to have become very large, although everything you are carrying seems to be its normal size. Posts room. This is an enormous room, in the center of which are 4 wooden posts delineating a rectangular area, above which is what appears to be a wooden roof. In fact, all objects in this room appear to be abnormally large. To the east is a passageway. There are large gaping chasms to the west and northwest.
Go east.
Pool room. This is a large room, one half of which is depressed. Salty water flows from a large leak in the ceiling. The only exit is to the west. A stoppered glass flask with a skull and crossbones marking is here. The flask is filled with some clear liquid. The leak has submerged the depressed area in a pool of tears. There is a hazy something at the deepest part of the pool.
Read red cake.
The first letter is a capital E, the rest is too small to read.
Read red cake through flask.
The flask distorts and magnifies the cake frosted with red letters, showing details not noticed earlier. The letters, now visible, say evaporate.
Read orange cake through flask.
The letters, now visible, say explode.
Read blue cake through flask.
The letters, now visible, say enlarge.
Drop orange cake.
Dropped.
Throw red cake in pool.
Most of the pool evaporates, revealing a slightly damp but still valuable package of rare candies. The red cake must be pretty strong stuff, since it remains intact.
Take candies.
Taken.
Go west.
Posts room.
Eat blue cake.
The room around you seems to be getting smaller. Tea room. There is a large oblong table here.
Go northwest.
Low room. You are in a circular room with a low ceiling. There are exits to the east and southeast. There is a green piece of paper here. There is a robot here.
Take paper.
Taken.
Read paper.
Frobozz Magic Robot Company. Hello, Master. I am a late model robot, trained at GUE Tech to perform various simple household functions. To activate me, say the following. Robot, things to do. At your service.
Drop paper.
Dropped.
Robot. East.
The robot leaves the room.
Go east.
Machine room. This is a large room full of assorted heavy machinery, whirring noisily. The room smells of burned resistors. Along one wall are 3 buttons which are, respectively, round, triangular, and square. Naturally, above these buttons are instructions written in Abkidic. A large sign in English above all the buttons says, Danger, High Voltage. There are exits to the west and the south. There is a robot here.
Robot. South.
The robot leaves the room.
Go south.
Dingy closet. This is a dingy closet adjacent to a larger room to the north. Chiseled into a wall are these words. Protected by Frobozz. Magic Alarm Company. Hello, footpad. There doesn't seem to be any footpad here, however. There is a robot here. There is a beautiful red crystal sphere here.
Take crystal sphere.
As you reach for the sphere, a solid steel cage falls from the ceiling to entrap you. To make matters worse, poisonous gas starts coming into the room. Cage. You are trapped inside a solid steel cage.
Robot. Lift cage.
The cage shakes and is hurled across the room. It's hard to say, but the robot appears to be smiling. Dingy closet. There is a beautiful red crystal sphere here.
Take crystal sphere.
Taken.
Look at sphere.
There is something misty in the sphere. Perhaps if you were to look into it.
Look into sphere.
As you peer into the sphere, a strange vision takes shape of a distant room, which can be described clearly. Dreary room. This is a small and rather dreary room, eerily illuminated by a red glow emanating from a crack in one wall. The light falls upon a dusty wooden table in the center of the room. On the south side of the room is a massive wooden door, which has a small window barred with iron. A formidable bolt lock is set within the door frame. A keyhole lies within the lock. A rusty iron key is in place within the keyhole. The vision fades, revealing only an ordinary crystal sphere.
Robot. North.
The robot leaves the room.
Go north.
Machine room. There is a robot here.
Robot. Push triangle button.
A dull thump is heard in the distance.
Go west.
As you enter, your compass starts spinning wildly. What compass, you ask? The one which allows you to specify compass directions for movement. Low room. There is a green piece of paper here.
Go southeast.
You cannot get your bearings. Tea room. There is a large oblong table here.
Go west.
Top of well. There is a wooden bucket here.
Enter bucket.
You are now in the wooden bucket.
Fill teapot with water.
The teapot is now full of water. The bucket descends and comes to a stop. Circular room, in the wooden bucket.
Stand.
You are on your own feet again.
Drop teapot.
Dropped.
Go west.
Pearl room.
Go west.
Riddle room.
Go northwest.
Carousel room. You are in a large circular room whose high ceiling is lost in gloom. 8 identical passages leave the room. There is a dented steel box here.
Open steel box.
Opening the steel box reveals a fancy violin.
Take violin.
Taken.
Go southwest.
Cobwebby corridor. There is a coil of black, braided string here.
Take string.
Taken.
Go southwest.
Guarded room.
Look.
At the south end of the room is a stained and battered but very strong looking door. Embedded in the door is a nasty looking lizard head, with sharp teeth and beady eyes. The lizard is sniffing at you.
Give candies to lizard.
The guardian greedily wolfs down the candy, including the package. It seemed to enjoy the grasshoppers particularly. It then becomes quiet and its eyes close. Lizards are known to sleep a long time while digesting their meals.
Drop necklace. Violin. Sphere.
Dropped.
Go north.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go northeast.
Carousel room.
Go east.
Topiary. This is the southern end of a formal garden. Hedges hide the cavern walls and mosses provide illumination. Fantastically shaped hedges and bushes are arrayed with geometric precision. They have not recently been clipped, but you can discern creatures in the shapes of the bushes. There is a dragon, a unicorn, a great serpent, a huge misshapen dog, and several human figures. On the west side of the garden the path leads through a rose arbor into a tunnel. You look around, and strangely, the topiary animals seem to have changed position slightly.
Go north.
Formal garden. This is the middle part of a formal garden. Hedges hide the cavern walls and a dim illumination comes from mosses far above. The path is of small crushed white stones. It winds among bushes and flower beds from south to north. To the north a small structure can be seen. To the south are peculiarly shaped bushes. There is a small gap in the hedges to the west.
Go north.
North end of garden.
Enter gazebo.
Gazebo. Sitting on the table is a matchbook, a placemat, a newspaper, a letter opener. A unicorn is peacefully cropping grass at the north end of the garden. There is something hanging around its neck. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow.
Take all.
Taken.
Read newspaper.
U.S. News and Dungeon Report. Famed adventurer to explore great underground empire. Our correspondents report that a world-famous and battle-hardened adventurer has been seen in the vicinity of the great underground empire. Local grooves have been reported sharpening their slavering fangs. Zork II, The Wizard of Frobozz, was written by Dave Lebling and Marc Blank, and is copyright 1983 by Infocom. The unicorn bounds lightly away. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Exit gazebo.
North end of garden. There is a beautiful unicorn eating roses here. Around his neck is a red satin ribbon on which is strung a tiny key. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly.
Go south.
Formal garden. The unicorn bounds lightly away. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Go west.
Path near stream.
Go southwest.
Carousel room.
Go north.
Marble hall. This is an arched hall of fine marble. The hall stops abruptly to the north at a ford across a stream, where the marble is cracked and broken. Perhaps a flood or collapse of the cave was responsible. To the south the hall opens into a large room. There is rather annoying whirring sound coming from that room. There is a square brick here which feels like clay.
Take brick.
Taken.
Go north.
Deep ford. You are fording the stream at a deep but not impossible spot. The water is very cold. The walls of the ravine rise to east and west. There is a small ledge along the north wall of the ravine. To the south is the entrance to a well-constructed but somewhat ruined hall.
Go north.
Ledge and ravine. You are on a narrow ledge near the bottom of a deep ravine. The ledge continues to the west. A precarious climb up to another tiny ledge is possible. A short scramble down the rock face leads to a stream.
Go up.
Tiny room. This is a tiny room carved out of the wall of the ravine. There is an exit down a precarious climb. On the north side of the room is a massive wooden door, which has a small window barred with iron. A formidable bolt lock is set within the door frame. A keyhole covered by a thin metal lid lies within the lock.
Open door.
The door is locked.
Put mat under door.
The placemat fits easily under the door.
Open lid.
The lid is now open. A strange little man in a long cloak appears suddenly in the room. He is wearing a high-pointed hat embroidered with astrological signs. He has a long, stringy and unkempt beard. The wizard draws forth his wand and waves it in your direction. It begins to glow with a faint blue glow. The wizard, in a deep and resonant voice, speaks the word
fantasize.
He cackles gleefully.
Put letter opener in keyhole.
There is a faint noise from behind the door and a small cloud of dust rises from beneath it.
Take mat.
As the placemat is moved, a rusty iron key falls from it and onto the floor.
Take key.
Taken.
Remove opener.
Taken.
Drop opener.
Dropped.
Unlock door with key.
The door is now unlocked.
Open door.
The door is now open.
Drop key.
Dropped.
Go north.
Dreary room. In the center of the table sits a blue crystal sphere.
Take blue sphere.
Taken.
Look into blue sphere.
As you peer into the sphere, a strange vision takes shape of a distant room, which can be described clearly. Murky room. There is a sandy floor here, and your vision seems murky and blurred. The wall you are looking at is nicely dressed stone. The vision fades, revealing only an ordinary crystal sphere.
Go south.
Tiny room.
Go down.
Ledge and ravine.
Go west.
End of ledge. A ledge from the east ends here, and a tunnel leads north into the wall. There is a rather odd smoky odor in the warm air of the tunnel. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow.
Go north.
Dragon room. The room is a large cavern full of broken stone. The walls are scorched and there are deep scratches on the floor. A sooty dry smell is very strong here. A paved path winds from a large passage to the west, through the room, and across a huge stone bridge to the south. To the east a small crack is visible. A dark and smoky tunnel leads north. A huge red dragon is lying here, blocking the entrance to a tunnel leading north. Smoke curls from his nostrils and out between his teeth. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly.
Attack dragon with sword.
Dragon hide is tough as steel, but you have succeeded in annoying him a bit. He looks at you as if deciding whether or not to eat you. The dragon continues to watch you carefully.
Go south.
Stone bridge. This is the middle of a ruined but still impressive stone bridge spanning a deep chasm. Water flows far beneath. A paved path leads north into a large open space. To the south, the path leads into a misty tunnel. The dragon follows you, out of mingled curiosity and anger.
Attack dragon with sword.
The dragon is surprised and interested. For the moment. The dragon continues to watch you carefully.
Go south.
Cool room. The dragon follows you, out of mingled curiosity and anger.
Attack dragon with sword.
Dragon hide is tough as steel, but you have succeeded in annoying him a bit. He looks at you as if deciding whether or not to eat you. The dragon continues to watch you carefully.
Go west.
Ice room. This is a large hall of ancient lava, since worn smooth by the movement of a glacier. A large passage exits to the east and an upward lava tube is at the top of a jumble of fallen rocks. A mass of ice fills the western half of the room. As the dragon enters, he sees his reflection on the icy surface of the glacier at its western end. He becomes enraged. There is another dragon here, behind that glass, he thinks. Dragons are smart, but sometimes naive, and this one has never seen ice before. He rears up to his full height to challenge this intruder into his territory. He roars a challenge. The intruder responds. The dragon takes a deep breath, and out of his mouth pours a massive gout of flame. It washes over the ice, which melts rapidly, sending out torrents of water and a huge cloud of steam. You manage to clamber up to a small shelf, but the dragon is terrified. A huge splash goes down his throat. There is a muffled explosion and the dragon, a puzzled expression on his face, dies. He is carried away by the water. When the flood recedes, you climb gingerly down. While no trace of the dragon can be found, the melting of the ice has revealed a passage leading west. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Go east.
Cool room.
Go north.
Stone bridge.
Go north.
Dragon room. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow.
Go north.
Dragon's lair. You are in the dragon's lair, where the rock walls are scarred by flame. A blackened doorway leads to the south. A rotten old wooden chest is in one corner among the debris. A beautiful young woman, wearing a dirty and bedraggled gown, sits on a rock in the corner. Her hair is unkempt and she is oblivious to your presence, almost in a trance. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly.
Wake woman.
The princess, for she is obviously one, shakes herself awake, then notices you for the first time. She smiles.
Thank you for rescuing me from that horrid worm. I must depart. My parents will be worried about me.
With that, she arises, looking purposefully out of the lair.
Look at princess.
The princess ignores you. She looks about the room, but her eyes fix on the south. The princess walks south. She glances back at you as she goes. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow.
Go south.
Dragon room. There is a disheveled and slightly unkempt princess here. The princess walks east. She glances back at you as she goes.
Go east.
End of ledge. The princess walks east. She glances back at you as she goes.
Go east.
Ledge and ravine. The princess climbs daintily down the rock face.
Go down.
Deep ford. A huge dead dragon is lying half blocking the stream. The princess walks south. She glances back at you as she goes.
Go south.
Marble hall. The princess presses a loose piece of marble in the wall and a large section of the wall slides away, revealing a passage to the east. She enters it.
Go east.
Path near stream. The princess walks east. She glances back at you as she goes.
Go east.
Formal garden. The princess walks north. She glances back at you as she goes. A strange little man in a long cloak appears suddenly in the room. He is wearing a high-pointed hat embroidered with astrological signs. He has a long, stringy, and unkempt beard. The wizard draws forth his wand and waves it in your direction. It begins to glow with a faint blue glow. The wizard, in a deep and resonant voice, speaks the word.
Fantasize.
He cackles gleefully.
Go north.
North end of garden. The princess enters the gazebo.
Enter gazebo.
Gazebo.
Look.
Gazebo. This is a gazebo in the midst of a formal garden. It is cool and restful here. A tea table adorns the center of the gazebo. There is a disheveled and slightly unkempt princess here.
Wait.
Time passes. Shyly, a unicorn peeks out of the hedges. It notices the princess and seems captivated. It approaches her and bows its head as though curtsying to her. Around its neck is a red satin ribbon on which is strung a delicate gold key. The princess takes the ribbon and uses it to tie up her hair. She looks at you and then, smiling, hands you the key and a fresh rose which she plucks from the arbor.
You may have use of such a thing. It is the least I can do for one who rescued me from a fate I dare not contemplate.
With that, she mounts the unicorn, side saddle of course, and rides off into the gloom. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Smell rose.
Unlike your efforts here, it comes out smelling like a rose.
Go south.
Formal garden.
Go south.
Topiary.
Go west.
Carousel room.
Go southwest.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go southwest.
Guarded room. There is a beautiful red crystal sphere here. There is a Stradivarius here. There is a pearl necklace here with hundreds of large pearls.
Look.
Guarded room. This room is cobwebby and musty, but tracks in the dust show that it has seen visitors recently. At the south end of the room is a stained and battered but very strong looking door. To the north, a corridor exits. A sleepy looking lizard head is mounted on the door.
Open door.
The door is locked.
Unlocked door with gold key.
The key turns and the bolt clicks. The door is unlocked.
Drop key.
Dropped.
Take red sphere.
Taken.
Open door.
The door creaks open.
Go south.
Wizard's workshop. You are standing in the entry hall of the wizard's workshop. Dark corridors lead west and south from here. The corridor to the west smells slightly of incense or candle smoke. The workshop door is open.
Go west.
Wizard's workroom. This room is the wizard's workroom. A hall continues east and west, and a larger room lies to the south. There are many shelves and racks on the walls, but the wizard's workbench dominates the room. It is made of dark, heavy wood bound with iron. The workbench is stained from many years of use, and is deeply gouged as though some huge clawed animal was imprisoned on it. There are burn marks and even notes written in a crabbed hand. Many arcane items are scattered about the bench. Alembics, mortar and pestle, small knives of various sizes, odd scraps of vellum, wax candles, and much more. In the center of a relatively clear area of the bench are affixed 3 stands, ruby, sapphire, and diamond, which form a triangle.
Go west.
Aquarium room. Here a dark hallway turns a corner. To the south is a dark room. To the east is fitful light. Filling the northern half of the room is a huge aquarium. The aquarium contains a baby sea serpent.
Look at serpent.
There's nothing special about the baby sea serpent.
Throw sword at aquarium.
The sword shatters the glass wall of the aquarium, spilling out an impressive amount of salt water and wet sand. It also spills out an extremely annoyed sea serpent who bites angrily at the sword, and then at you. He is having difficulty breathing, and he seems to hold you responsible for his current problem. He tries to slither across the stone floor towards you. Fortunately, he expires mere inches away from biting off your foot. A clear crystal sphere sits amid the sand and broken glass on the bottom of the aquarium.
Take sphere.
Taken. A strange little man in a long cloak appears suddenly in the room. He is wearing a high-pointed hat embroidered with astrological signs. He has a long, stringy, and unkempt beard. The wizard draws forth his wand and waves it in your direction. It begins to glow with a faint blue glow. The wizard seems about to say something, but thinks better of it, and peers at you from under his bushy eyebrows.
Go east.
Wizard's workroom.
Put red sphere on ruby stand.
Done.
Put blue sphere on sapphire stand.
Done.
Put clear crystal sphere on diamond stand.
Done. As you place the clear crystal sphere in the diamond stand, a low humming noise begins, and you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck begin to stand up. The 3 spheres begin to vibrate, faster and faster, as the noise becomes higher and higher pitched. 3 puffs of smoke, one red, one blue, one white, rise up from empty stands. The spheres are gone. But in the center of the triangle formed by the stands is now a black stand of obsidian in which rests a strange black sphere.
Take black sphere.
Taken.
Look into black sphere.
As you peer into the sphere, a strange vision takes shape, a huge and fearful face with yellow eyes. The face peers out at you expectantly.
Go east.
Wizard's workshop.
Go north.
Guarded room.
Go north.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go north.
Lava tube. You are in a tight chimney of solidified lava. It extends up at least another 100 feet and down to a large room far below. A large crack opens to the south, probably the result of a shift in the rock strata.
Go down.
Ice room.
Go west.
Lava room. This is a small room, whose walls are formed by an old lava flow. There are exits here to the east and the south. On the floor lies a Moby Ruby.
Take ruby.
Taken.
Go south.
Volcano bottom. You are at the bottom of a large dormant volcano. High above you light enters from the cone of the volcano. The only exit is to the north. There is a large and extremely heavy wicker basket here. An enormous cloth bag is draped over the side and is firmly attached to the basket. A metal receptacle is fastened to the center of the basket. Dangling from the basket is a piece of braided wire.
Enter basket.
You are now in the basket.
Open receptacle.
Opened.
Put newspaper in receptacle.
Done.
Light match.
One of the matches starts to burn.
Burn newspaper with match.
The newspaper burns inside the receptacle. The cloth bag inflates as it fills with hot air. A small label drops from the bag into the basket. The match has gone out.
Read label.
Taken. Frobozz Magic Balloon Company. Hello, aviator. To land your balloon, say land, otherwise, you're on your own. No warranty expressed or implied.
Drop label.
Dropped. The balloon rises slowly from the ground. Volcano core, in the basket. You are about 100 feet above the bottom of the volcano. The top of the volcano is clearly visible here. The cloth bag is inflated and there is a newspaper burning in the receptacle. A braided wire is dangling over the side of the basket.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon ascends. Volcano near small ledge. In the basket. You are about 100 feet above the volcano floor. Looming above is the rim of the volcano. There is a small ledge on the west side. The cloth bag is inflated and there is a newspaper burning in the receptacle.
Land.
The basket comes to a stop. Narrow ledge. In the basket. You are on a narrow ledge within an old dormant volcano. This ledge is about halfway between the floor below and the rim above. There is an exit to the south. On the floor is a priceless gold Zork mid, a valuable collector's item. There is a small hook attached to the rock here.
Tie wire to hook.
The balloon is fastened to the hook.
Stand.
You are on your own feet again.
Go south.
Library. A handsome book, bound in green leather, sits in the center of the room. Right beside the purple book sits a white one. Worn and battered in one corner of the room is a blue book. Lying in the dust, and covered with mold, is a purple book.
Open purple book.
Opening the purple book reveals a flathead stamp.
Take stamp.
Taken.
Read purple book.
This book is written in a tongue with which I am unfamiliar. Assuming that one can indeed tell a book by its cover, it is likely filled with purple prose, the like of which is rarely seen outside the great underground empire.
Read white book.
It is written in an unfamiliar tongue and details the use of various magical objects, chiefly the so-called magic wand. Apparently these devices work by pointing them at the object to be ensorcelled, and then chanting the appropriate magic words. It's truly amazing how credulous these ancients were, isn't it?
Go north.
Narrow ledge. There is a large and extremely heavy wicker basket here. A piece of wire tied to a hook holds the balloon in place.
Enter basket.
You are now in the basket.
Untie wire from hook.
The wire falls off of the hook.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon leaves the ledge. Volcano near small ledge. In the basket.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon ascends. Volcano by viewing ledge. In the basket. You are high above the floor of the volcano. The rim of the volcano looks very narrow and you are very near it. To the east is what appears to be a viewing ledge. Too thin to land on.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon ascends. Volcano near wide ledge. In the basket. You are near the rim of the volcano. Above you it is open to the sky. To the west there is a place to land on a wide ledge.
Land.
The basket comes to a stop. Wide ledge. In the basket. You are on a wide ledge high in the volcano. The rim of the volcano is about 200 feet above and there is a precipitous drop to the bottom. There is a small door to the south. There is a small hook attached to the rock here, outside the basket.
Tie wire to hook.
The balloon is fastened to the hook. The wizard appears, floating nonchalantly in the air beside you. He grins sideways at you. The wizard notices that you carry the black crystal, and with an unseemly haste, he disappears.
Stand.
You are on your own feet again.
Go south.
Dusty room. You are in a dusty old room which is featureless, except for an exit on the north side. Embedded in the far wall is a rusty box. It appears to be somewhat damaged, since an oblong hole has been chipped out of the front of it.
Put brick in hole.
Done.
Put string in brick.
Done.
Light match.
One of the matches starts to burn.
Burn string with match.
The string starts to burn. The match has gone out.
Go north.
Wide ledge. There is a large and extremely heavy wicker basket here. There is an explosion nearby.
Go south.
Dusty room. You are in a dusty old room which is featureless, except for an exit on the north side. On the far wall is a rusty box, whose door has been blown off. The box contains a card. The room is cluttered with debris from an explosion. The walls seem ready to collapse. The excessively gaudy crown of Lord Imwit Flathead is here.
Read card.
Taken.
Warning, this room was constructed over very weak rock strata. Detonation of explosives in this room is strictly prohibited. Frobozz Magic Kiev Company. Poor, M. Agrippa, Foreman.
Take crown.
You are now wearing the gaudy crown.
Go north.
Wide ledge. There is a large and extremely heavy wicker basket here.
Enter basket.
You are now in the basket.
Untie wire.
The wire falls off of the hook. You may recall that recent explosion. Probably as a result of it, you hear an ominous rumbling, as if a nearby room had collapsed.
Close receptacle.
Closed.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon leaves the ledge. Volcano near wide ledge. In the basket. The cloth bag is inflated and some smoke is leaking out of the closed receptacle.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon descends. Volcano by viewing ledge. In the basket. The cloth bag is inflated and some smoke is leaking out of the closed receptacle.
Wait.
Time passes. The ledge collapses. That was a narrow escape. The balloon descends. Volcano near small ledge. In the basket.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon descends. Volcano core. In the basket.
Wait.
Time passes. The balloon has landed. The basket comes to a stop. Volcano bottom. In the basket.
Drop matches.
Dropped.
Stand.
You are on your own feet again.
Go north.
Lava room.
Go east.
Ice room.
Go east.
Cool room.
Go southeast.
Carousel room.
Go southwest.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go southwest.
Guarded room.
Drop crown. Stamp. Zork mid. Ruby.
Dropped.
Go north.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go northeast.
Carousel room.
Go north.
Marble hall.
Go north.
Deep ford. A huge red dragon is lying half blocking the stream.
Go north.
Ledge and ravine.
Go west.
End of ledge.
Go north.
Dragon room.
Go north.
Dragon's lair. A rotten old wooden chest is in one corner among the debris.
Open chest.
The rotten wooden chest opens. Nestled in the chest is a wrought gold statuette of a dragon.
Take statuette.
Taken.
Go south.
Dragon room.
Go west.
Fresco room. A path leads east-west through a room decorated with beautiful frescoes of someone battling dragons and rescuing fair maidens. It is hard to tell who is doing this as those parts of the frescoes have been blackened and cracked by intense heat.
Go west.
Bank entrance. This is the entrance hall of the Bank of Zork, the largest banking institution of the Great Underground Empire. A partial account of its history is in the Lives of the 12 Flatheads, in the chapter on J. Pierpont Flathead. A more detailed history, albeit less objective, may be found in Flathead's outrageous autobiography, I'm Rich and You Aren't, so there. Most of the furniture has been ravaged by passing scavengers. All that remains are two signs at the northwest and northeast corners of the room, which say, Viewing Rooms. The way out, ornate but tasteful, is to the east.
Go northwest.
West Teller's Room. You are in a small room, which was used by a bank officer who retrieved safety deposit boxes for the customer. On the north side of the room is a sign which reads Viewing Room. On the west side of the room, above an open door, is a sign reading, Bank Personnel Only.
Go west.
Safety Depository. This is a large rectangular room. The east and west walls were used for storing safety deposit boxes, but all have been carefully removed by evil persons. To the east, west, and south of the room are large doorways. The northern wall of the room is a shimmering curtain of light. In the center of the room is a large stone cube, about 10 feet on a side. Engraved on the side of the cube is some lettering. On the ground is a small, worn piece of paper.
Read paper.
Taken. The paper is barely readable. You can only make out, valuables are completely safe. Advanced magic technology. Impossible to take valuables from the depository. Either tellers. Many customers faint. Teller pops in. Seems to walk through walls.
Read stone cube.
Bank of Zork. Vault 722 GUE. Frobozz Magic Vault Company.
Go south.
Chairman's office. This room was the office of the chairman of the Bank of Zork. Like the other rooms here, it has been extensively vandalized. The lone exit is to the north. A portrait of J. Pierpont Flathead hangs on the wall.
Take portrait.
Taken.
Go north.
Safety Depository.
Go north.
There is a curtain of light there.
Enter curtain of light.
Which light do you mean? The shimmering curtain of light or the lamp?
Enter shimmering curtain of light.
You feel somewhat disoriented as you pass through. Small room. This is a small, bare room with no distinguishing features. There are no exits from this room.
Enter south wall.
You feel somewhat disoriented as you pass through. Safety Depository.
Enter shimmering curtain of light.
You feel somewhat disoriented as you pass through. Vault. This is the vault of the Bank of Zork, in which there are no doors. On the floor sit 200 neatly stacked Zork mid-bills.
Take bills.
Taken.
Walk through wall.
Which wall do you mean? The east wall, the west wall, the north wall, or the south wall?
North wall.
You feel somewhat disoriented as you pass through. Safety Depository.
Drop bills and portrait.
Dropped.
Go west.
West Teller's Room.
Go west.
Safety Depository. The portrait of J. Pierpont Flathead is here. 200 neatly stacked Zork mid-bills are here.
Take bills and portrait.
Taken.
Enter shimmering curtain of light.
You feel somewhat disoriented as you pass through. West Viewing Room. This room was used by holders of safety deposit boxes to view their contents. On the north side of the room is a sign which says, Remain here while the teller retrieves your safety deposit box. When you are finished, leave the box, and exit to the south. Safety deposit boxes cannot be removed from this room. Thank you for banking at the Zork.
Go south.
Bank entrance.
Go east.
Fresco room.
Go east.
Dragon room.
Go south.
Stone bridge.
Go south.
Cool room.
Go southeast.
Carousel room.
Go west.
Room 8. This is a small chamber carved out of the rock at the end of a short crawl. On the wall is crudely chiseled the number 8. A spray can is in the corner. In large type is the legend, Frobozz Magic Glue Repellent.
Take can.
Taken.
Go east.
Carousel room.
Go southwest.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go southwest.
Guarded room. There is a Moby Ruby lying here. There is an engraved Zork mid here. There is a flathead stamp here. Lord Dimwit's crown is here. There is a delicate gold key here. There is a Stradivarius here. There is a pearl necklace here with hundreds of large pearls.
Take all.
Ruby. Taken. Priceless Zork mid. Taken.
Go south.
Wizard's workshop.
Go west.
Wizard's workroom.
Go south.
Pentagram room. In this room, inscribed on the floor, is a great pentagram drawn with black chalk. In its center is a black circle.
Drop crown, Zork mid, ruby, portrait, bills, statuette.
Dropped.
Go north.
Wizard's workroom.
Go east.
Wizard's workshop.
Go north.
Guarded room. There is a flathead stamp here. There is a delicate gold key here. There is a Stradivarius here. There is a pearl necklace here with hundreds of large pearls.
Take all.
Taken.
Go south.
Wizard's workshop.
Go west.
Wizard's workroom.
Go south.
Pentagram room.
Put black sphere on pentagram.
A cold wind blows outward from the sphere. The candles flicker, and a low moan, almost inaudible, is heard. It rises in volume and pitch until it becomes a high-pitched keening. A dim shape becomes visible in the air above the sphere. The shape resolves into a large and somewhat formidable-looking demon. He looks around, tests the walls of the pentagram experimentally, then sees you.
A new master. Greetings, O master. Wouldst desire service, as our contract stateth? For some pittance of wealth, some trifle, I will gratify thy desires to the utmost limit of my powers, and they are not inconsiderable.
He makes a pass with his massive arms and the walls begin to shake a little. Another pass and the shaking stops.
A nice effect. I find it makes for a better relationship to give such a demonstration early on.
He grins vilely.
Give necklace to demon.
Very nice, but not enough.
Give violin to demon.
Truly magnificent. Keep them coming.
Suddenly the wizard materializes in the room. He is astonished by what he sees, his servant in deep conversation with a common adventurer. He draws forth his wand, waves it frantically, and incants.
Frobozz, Frobozz, Frobnoid.
The demon laughs heartily.
You no longer control the black crystal, hedge wizard. Your wand is powerless. Your doom is sealed.
The demon turns to you expectantly.
Give gold key to demon.
Almost halfway there, O worthy one.
Give stamp to demon.
Oh, such beauty. Your generosity almost overwhelms me.
Take statuette, bills, portrait, ruby, Zork mid, crown.
Taken.
Give statuette to demon.
Truly I shall do thee a wonderful service when thou hast finished.
Give bills to demon.
Truly you are most generous. But still, this is yet not enough.
Give portrait to demon.
A fine gift, mighty one. You have almost reached my fee.
The wizard looks at you as if you are a madman. He tears his beard and stares at you fearfully.
Give ruby to demon.
Wondrous fine, master. But one treasure is yet to be given.
Give crown to demon.
This will do for my fee. 'Tis a paltry hoard, but as you have done me a small service by loosing me from this wizard, it will suffice.
Demon, kill the wizard.
The demon grins hideously.
This has been my desire ever since the charlatan bent me to his service. I perform this deed with pleasure.
The demon forms himself back into a cloud of greasy smoke. The cloud envelops the wizard, who waves his wand fruitlessly, mumbling various phrases which begin with F. A horrible scream is heard, and the smoke begins to clear. Nothing remains of the wizard but his wand. The demon departs, his agreement fulfilled.
Take wand.
Taken.
Go north.
Wizard's workroom.
Go east.
Wizard's workshop.
Go north.
Guarded room.
Go north.
Cobwebby corridor.
Go northeast.
Carousel room.
Go south.
Menhir room. This is a large room which was evidently used once as a quarry. Many large limestone chunks lie helter-skelter around the room. Some are rough-hewn and unworked, others smooth and well-finished. One side of the room appears to have been used to quarry building blocks, the other to produce menhirs, standing stones. Obvious passages lead north and south. One particularly large menhir, at least 20 feet tall and 8 feet thick, is leaning against the wall blocking a dark opening leading southwest. On this side of the menhir is carved an ornate letter F.
Point wand at menhir.
The wand grows warm. The enormous menhir seems to glow dimly with magical essences, and you feel suffused with power.
Say, float.
The wand glows very brightly for a moment. The menhir floats majestically into the air, rising about 10 feet. The passage beneath it beckons invitingly.
Go southwest.
Kennel. This room looks like it was once a kennel for a very large dog. Some of the bones would fit a dinosaur. It apparently hasn't been used for a long time, as the dust is fairly thick all over. The only exit is northeast. A gigantic dog collar, large enough for 3 rhinoceros-sized dogs, is lying amidst the debris.
Take collar.
Taken.
Go northeast.
Menhir room. There is a huge menhir here.
Go south.
Stairway. A marble stairway leads down into the gloom and a passage leads north.
Go down.
Oddly angled room. This is a room with oddly angled walls and passages in all directions. The walls are made of some glassy substance. A marble stairway leads upward.
Go west.
Oddly angled room. This is a room with oddly angled walls and passages in all directions. The walls are made of some glassy substance. On the floor is a very small diamond-shaped window which is flickering dimly. A long wooden club lies on the ground near the diamond-shaped window. The club is curiously burned at the thick end.
Go southeast.
Oddly angled room. This is a room with oddly angled walls and passages in all directions. On the floor is a very small diamond-shaped window which is dimly glowing.
Go northeast.
Oddly angled room. This is a room with oddly angled walls and passages in all directions. On the floor is a very small diamond-shaped window which is glowing.
Go northwest.
Oddly angled room. This is a room with oddly angled walls and passages in all directions. On the floor is a very small diamond-shaped window which is glowing brightly.
Go southwest.
You hear a strange rusty squeal echoing in the distance. Oddly angled room. On the floor is a very small diamond-shaped window which is glowing serenely. A long wooden club lies on the ground near the diamond-shaped window.
Go west.
Oddly angled room. This is a room with oddly angled walls and passages in all directions. The walls are made of some glassy substance. A marble stairway leads upward. The floor has swung down at the end of the stairway to reveal a secret passage leading down into unrelieved darkness.
Go down.
Cerberus room. This is the entrance to a huge crypt or tomb. A marble stairway leads up from a gateway arch. There is a vicious looking dog guarding the entrance. It is more or less your usual dog, except that it has 3 heads and is the size of an elephant.
Put collar on Cerberus.
The creature whines happily. Then the center head licks your face, which is roughly like experiencing a sandpaper washcloth. The other 2 heads look about, as though the monster felt a sudden need to find a pair of slippers somewhere. Its huge tail wags enthusiastically, knocking small rocks around and almost blowing you over from the breeze it creates.
Go east.
Crypt anteroom. The anteroom is large and empty. Marble bas reliefs depict the stirring times and afterlife of the flatheads, the latter a bit optimistically. The exit is to the west. A huge marble door stands to the south. The door is closed. Above the door is a cryptic inscription, "Feel free."
Open door.
The crypt door squeaks open.
Go south.
Crypt. The room contains the earthly remains of the mighty flatheads, 12 somewhat flatheads mounted securely on poles. While the room might be expected to contain funerary urns or other evidence of the ritual practices of the ancient Zorkers, it is empty of all such objects. There is writing carved on the crypt. The only apparent exit is to the north through the door to the anteroom. The door is open.
Apply repellent to me.
The spray smells like a mixture of old socks and burning rubber. If I were a Gru, I'd sure stay clear.
Turn off lamp.
The lamp is now off. It is dark, but on the south wall is a faint outline of a rectangle, as though light were shining around a doorway. You can also make out a faintly glowing letter in the center of this area. It might be an F.
Open secret door.
The secret door opens noiselessly.
Go south.
Landing. Beyond the door is a roughly hewn staircase leading down into darkness. The landing on which you stand is covered with carefully drawn magical runes, like those sketched upon the workbench of the Wizard of Frobozz. These have been overlaid with sweeping green lines of enormous power, which undulate back and forth across the landing. The wand begins to vibrate in harmony with the motion of the lines. You feel yourself compelled downward, and you yield, stepping onto the staircase. As you pass the green lines, They flare and disappear with a burst of light, and you tumble down the staircase. At the bottom, a vast red lit hall stretches off into the distance. Sinister statues guard the entrance to a dimly visible room far ahead. With courage and cunning you have conquered the Wizard of Frobozz and become the master of his domain, but the final challenge awaits. The ultimate adventure concludes in Zork III, the Dungeon Master. Your score would be 400 of a total 400 points. This score gives you the rank of Master Adventurer.